If you guys want to get started in real estate investing, then you'll want to know a few basic things about where and how to find money. You know, there's a lot of videos that talk about buying real estate with no money. Realistically, you definitely can buy real estate with none of your own money in it, but there is going to be money involved with every single transaction. You know, now there definitely will be guys who lend on property, and you'll be able to buy property with equity, and you'll be able to make money with it, but you got to know where to find the sources of money that you need. I mean, where is it? You know, if it really was that easy, if I could just buy my way to freedom, who has the money that's allowing me to do that? And that's what we're going to talk about in this video, is where to find the money for your real estate deals. First place you're going to find money is at your local investment bank in your area. Now, what you're looking for is an investment bank, not somewhere where people are going to have personal checking accounts. You're looking for a business bank. And they might be small. Maybe they have, 10 or 15 offices in the area. They might even be smaller than that. But essentially, you want the small local business banks. Now, when you go inside of there, you'll want to be talking to like a higher up, not somebody that's just at the cashier. This will be like a very good way to know if they're who you're looking for. So you'll want to talk to somebody and say, hey, look, I'm a real estate investor in the area. I always buy property under value, and I make sure that the property pays for itself, whether that's having big equity or whether that's having cash flow from the tenant. If I were to bring a property that I'm buying and it's being rented out for more than what the mortgage is, would you guys fund a deal like that for me with 100% financing? If they say yes, then great, that's the person that you're looking for. If they say no, that's not the bank that you're looking for. Now, another test to know if this is the right bank is you should ask them, if I were to bring, $10,000 and deposit into your account, would you match my $10,000 with the line of credit, assuming I open up a business bank account here? If I gave you $10,000 and I deposit it into this bank, would you match my $10,000 by giving me a line of credit for $10,000? If they say yes, that's the bank that you're looking for. If they say no, that's not the bank that you're looking for. The next person that'll give you money are these family offices. There are small local family offices that invest money, almost like the bigger guys, the Vanguards or the Fidelities, but they're small local family offices. Essentially, they either have their own money in, or they control a small client base of people who have money, who want to invest, and they determine where they invest these other people's money at. These family local offices will have sometimes 10, 20, sometimes even $100 million just to lend. Okay, there's one family office here. They have four trust accounts with over $100 million on it in it, and all they want to do is lend on businesses and assets that have collateral. Collateral, real estate, deed of trust, promissory note, ding, you need family offices, okay? Now, I will say that these family offices will take time. You will have to show experience. You will have to bring them opportunities that they can't find elsewhere in the market and provide a lot of value to them. Meaning you might have to bring them several opportunities before they'll say yes. You might have to create projections and a business plan. You might have to pay for appraisals, so that way it's not necessarily your opinion, it's somebody else's opinion. You might have to do things that might seem like they're putting up a wall in front of you. They're just doing that because there's an underwriting process. Even though it's private money, there's an underwriting process that has to take place first before they'll just give you money. There's a relationship that has to be established before they just give you money, okay? Now, number 3 is going to be hard money companies. Now, they're very similar to private offices. They're going to be using other people's money that they have in 401ks or IRAs or Roth accounts, and they're going to be investing that into real estate. Essentially, they've purchased this money for 6% or 7%, and then they're selling it to you for 14% with 2 points or something like that. These hard money companies are looking for you to have extremely great deals, and they're going to charge you a high amount of interest. I've seen interest as high as 21%. Okay, now this is not uncommon in the real estate space to have interest rates this high, especially when you come into the investing world. Realistically, they'll vet your deal out so hard that if they lend you money, I best believe you can have an amazing deal. So for a very like beginner person in fix and flip or hoteling, or rental property, if this hard money company gives you a loan, best believe you have a great deal. And in the beginning, there's a sense of comfort behind that for you. Now, what they might want is a good credit score, 620 or above, 10 to 20% in. It doesn't necessarily have to come from you. It could come from a seller carryback or a partner buying in equity in the property. And they really don't mind if you don't have any experience. So this might be a really good place for you to start, is with hard money companies. And then lastly, it's going to be the holy grail of all money. Give me, this is not last, it's one more category. But this is the holy grail of all money in the real estate investing business, which is private money. You working with someone who has their own cash, liquid, retirement funds, or life insurance policy, and they have their own money that they can play with. There's nobody to tell them no, yes, or maybe. It's their own funds. Matter of fact, they didn't even know that they can lend on property until they found you. They didn't know that their 7 or 6%, annual interest that they're getting from their 401k wasn't good. They didn't even know there was real estate investors who raise money, for these deals, and they can get paid 10 to 14%, in 6 to 12 months. They didn't even know that. These people, when you find them, at your pool house, at the bar, or at your country club, or even just randomly, on a school field trip, these people will be some of the best lenders that you'll have for your deals. They'll say yes to you based off of a handshake, and your job is to perform for them over and over and over again. 3 of my best private money guys, they've been lending money to me now for the last 6 to 7 years, and all they want to do is eat. Kendall, all he wants to do is lend $2 to $3 million, make 14% off of that. He's making $500,000 just off the money that he lends, not including his business or his rental properties or anything like that. Mike, he sent me a text at the top of the year. He says, my goal is to lend you $500,000 more than what I already have lent to you right now for this year. Do you have any new deals? These guys will start to depend on you to grow their account with your opportunities that you find. Okay, these guys are super important. Okay, now I'm going to share with you one quick way of how to find private money guys. Okay, if you're wholesaling, keep all of your HUDs. At the top right hand corner, there'll be a little guarantor box. That box right there has the private money guys. Now there's 2 other surefire ways to find private money guys right now, even if you're not doing deals, but I typically keep that towards my students. If you want to become one of our students, simply join our community. It's only $50 a month, and we meet every Sunday at 9 p.m. Click the link below and go to our website and sign up for the weekly coaching calls and join the community, so that way you can learn how to find these guys so they can fund every single deal that you find. Literally yesterday I sold 2, bringing in about $100,000, and we purchased one that paid me a fee of about $6,000. So private money guys will change your business and take you to the next level. Now, this last group of people is going to be for your creative financing kind of deal. Typically, whenever you're buying a property, seller financing or subject to, there might be a small entry fee or down payment, and then of course there'll be a monthly payment that you'll have to service, that you'll have to maintain. So tenant buyers will bring an option fee to you, and they'll also pay you monthly, and they will allow you to cover your seller financing and subject to deals without you having to bring any money. Now, if you want to learn more about real estate investing advice, we drop videos here almost weekly, so that way you can learn how to dominate your local market. And then I also teach you guys one-on-one. If you like, you can come to my website and apply for mentorship. I'd love to help you guys buy your first or your next property. Now, go ahead and subscribe and like this video so you can see more videos like this pop up in your feed. And until the next one, you don't need all 3, time, money, and knowledge to do your first deal. You just need to do you. Peace, y'all.